What's going on, y'all? So I recently got asked a question. Somebody asked me, or they told me that their girlfriend that they're seeing, or a woman he's dating, she's changed, and he wanted to know, is she being the real version of herself now? In short, yes. Let me break down change. Change is something that we decide on our own. No one can make a change for us. And most of the time, when we make changes for ourselves, we want to make changes for the better. We want to have a relationship with God, turn our life over to God. We want to educate ourselves and graduate from school. We want to get a better job. We want to make ourselves a better partner, a better father, a better husband. And we start making positive changes that are unprovoked by anyone else, or they could be provoked by somebody else, but it still was a conscious decision that we made to make that change because we felt like it was necessary. Nobody, I mean, nobody feels it's necessary to make a change or a turn for the worse. Nobody wants to go from successful to a failure. Nobody wants to go from rich to poor. Nobody wants to go from being a good person to a bad boy or a bad girl in this case. Okay. So I feel like this: when you are dating somebody, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. If somebody has the ability to change for the worse, well, they didn't change. They just actually let their mask slip. They actually are letting their true colors shine through now. Their representative has clocked out, and now they have to represent their real self. So there is no changing. And first thing you're going to notice is somebody is going to try to blame you for their change. That implies that you provoked a change in that person. If you provoked a change for the worse in that person, that implies that person has no self-control. That implies that this person is completely dependent on you to determine who they are. It's not going to happen. If anything, they would change their scenery. They would say, I don't like the way I'm being treated here, and they get out of here. But for them to willy-nilly change for the worse and become some bad person because of something that they claim you did to incite this, that's bullshit. No. People get tired of pretending to be good, but they are willing to play like they're a good person to get you. And then that's what we call the bait and switch. They do whatever and say whatever they need to say to get you. And once they have you locked in, they slowly or maybe rapidly become the true version of themselves, the version that they knew they couldn't be in the beginning because you would not accept them. You wouldn't let them in. Okay, so to answer that question, she's being who she it really is and who she's always been right now. And you are confused because you are hanging on wishing that that old person come back and the way she used to respect you returns. It will never return, and it will only, if it does return, it will be in the form of what they call breadcrumbing. That is because you have something that she needs at that point in time. So she is willing to go back into that manipulation tactic and act like she acknowledges herself and her takes accountability for her actions and makes a temporary change in her behavior for the better in order to win over whatever she's trying to accomplish or gain from you. And once she has it, she's going to go back to being who she really is. And one sure way to find out if somebody is breadcrumbing you is to stand firm on your decision to not provide whatever it was that they're asking you for. And I'm not saying be an asshole about it. I'm saying simply say, I don't have it, but I just can't. I know I understand, babe. I can't right now. And watch how fast they turn back into their real self. I have a younger sister, and growing up, it was so ironic. I remember one time we were kids, man. Like she's 2 years younger than me, so she was about 8. I was like 10. And I remember she asked me for some money. And I said, I don't got it. And she was like, please, I really need it. I said, I really don't got it. And my own sister said, fuck you, I don't need it anyway, and pulled out a wad of money. we were kids, so we're way past that now. But what that example shows you is that people will pretend just to get what their needs met. And if you do it as a kid, it's understandable. It's an immature thing to do. But when you're an adult, you don't do shit like that. You communicate more, if you can help it, and if you've healed, you communicate in a more healthy manner than breadcrumbing somebody. That's manipulation. Get out of there. Don't even waste your time. Hopefully, through my videos, you learn how to set healthy boundaries, and you learn how to just, because that's why I say I come from a super empath's point of view, because there's a spectrum of empathy. You can either be vulnerable and naive, or you can be educated and what we call a super empath. And so you could be anywhere on the spectrum as well. But once you educate yourself, you might appear to be more stern, play less games, waste more time. Excuse me, waste less time. But that's what I want to give to people, especially men. That ability to not waste your time, set healthy boundaries early on in this dating process, and make accepting rejection or betrayal easier, because it's something that is just, unfortunately, we live in a deceitful world where that is part of the dating process. You have to get hurt a bunch of times. And if you know how to identify it quicker, you can waste less of your time and then spend more of the time that you have available in your life with people who actually appreciate you, respect you, and know how to treat you. If you found this video helpful or useful at all, please like, subscribe, give me a comment. And if you have any questions, inbox me, leave a comment, ask me, and I'll do a video responding to it and give you some pointers. I'm just here to help, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. All right.